Hey, Christian women entrepreneurs. So, hi, today's day 2. I am not sure if it's 4 o'clock yet. My computer says 4, my phone says 3:58. So I want to respect everyone's time and just hop on here, whether it's 4 or 3:58, it's close enough. So if you are here with me live for day 2 of our Becoming a Six-Figure Earner training, the 3-day training, let me know. Be sure to give StreamYard permission through Facebook to use your name. So when I see your comments pop up, I know that it's you and I can use your name. Thank you all for those of you hopping on. Again, day 2, I almost said day 3, day 2 of the training. We are going to be going into the business of a six-figure earner and what that entails and a little bit of strategy around that. So I'm super excited to have you guys here today. Go ahead and type hi or hello in the comments so I know you're here, and type hashtag live if you're catching this live. If you're tuning in later, type hashtag replay so I know that you got a chance to check out this video. So let's just kind of dive in a bit here. I realized yesterday I forgot to mention that for those of you who are engaged in these live trainings that I do, and you're engaged in the comments, you're responding and participating and doing hearts and likes and all that stuff, I'm going to be drawing 2 names for prizes. And one of the prizes is a free coaching call with me. The second prize is a full scholarship into my 10K months client attraction secrets live group program that starts next week on Wednesday. So if you're participating, if you're here, participate. Your name will be entered into a drawing. I'll draw it and I'll show up live on Friday and let you know who won the free coaching call with me and who won the full scholarship into my program that launches next week. So be sure to be here, be sure to be participating and engaging. That way you can be put into that drawing. So hi, Christy, I see that you're here. Hello, hashtag live. I don't know how to give StreamYard permission to use my name. Hope you see my name. I don't, Athena, but thank you for saying Athena. That helps me out. But it should say in the comments above the video that you can give StreamYard permission, I believe. Alyssa, you're on. You're good to go. I see your name. Tammy, hi, welcome back. Alex, good to have you here. Yay. Awesome. Okay, so I love the participation. Keep it up. We're going to be just as on fire and passionate today in today's live, and you're going to be learning so much valuable content. All right. So if you missed yesterday, you can always go back and rewatch it. It's tagged at the top of the group. It's pinned as an announcement. And hi, welcome. I see more of you popping in. Awesome. And yesterday was all around the mindset of a six-figure earner. And it's okay if you're not there yet. The goal is to get your mindset there first, because then that's going to start getting you to take actions from that place. And you're going to start getting to that 6 figures and beyond. Okay. So if you missed yesterday's live, we talked all about mindset, debunking the lies that come up and the self-doubt that tries to creep in. And we also talked about how we all live with a liar. And that liar is your brain, okay? Your brain tries to lie to you. So if you missed out on that, check the replay. It will be in the group. This one will be as well after today. So today we're going into the business aspects of building that 6-figure business, okay? So if you are feeling unfulfilled and you're eager to start or scale your business, but you're kind of feeling overwhelmed, you're unsure where to start, then you're in the right place. Because today I'm going to go through some of the fundamentals of building your business and things that you need to have, and maybe things that you might have, but they might not be might not be solid. So we want to make sure that these different aspects I'm going to go through today, they are very solidified, they are clear, they're not kind of uneven or wonky or missing pieces to them. So we'll get into that deeper today. So tell me if this sounds like you. You have been hustling and grinding and working really hard, and you are at the point where you're feeling overwhelmed, kind of exhausted, and you're getting close to reaching that point of burnout. So if that's you, if any of these resonate, just type me in the comments. Hello, Kimi from London. Kemi, am I pronouncing that right? Welcome, welcome from London. Wow, that's so cool. So here's another one. Tell me if this sounds like you and you've been spinning your wheels for months, maybe even years, and you're not getting the results that you've been wanting. So if that's you, type me in the comments. I see it. Yep, Tammy, me. Yes, right? It's like, oh, I'm hustling and grinding. And you're just like, you're working so hard that you exhaust yourself, and you step back after all those hours and you're like, I just spent so many hours. And you step back and you're like, what did I just accomplish? And you feel like you didn't accomplish anything, but you're exhausted because you know you put in that time. If that sounds like you, type me in the comments. I see it. Yep. Spinning wheels. Me. Yes, I see it. Hi, Terry. Good to have you here. Yeah. So, let's, so spinning your wheels, overwhelmed, exhausted. I just had a brain fart there. You just saw that. But so tell me if this is you and you see the need for your offer. So you're like, okay, I know there's a need for this, but you're not getting any leads. So you're like, okay, I know people need this, but where are those people that need it? Why aren't they coming my way? And it's kind of falling flat because you're like, okay, well, I'm not finding these leads, but I know people need what I have to offer. So if that's you, type me in the comments as well. Okay. And this last one, if you see other people and you're like, oh my goodness, they just had overnight success, and you're sitting back and you're thinking, why not me? Or what am I doing wrong? If that's you, type me in the comments or do a hand raise emoji, whatever works for you. Awesome. I'm seeing some engagement. Me. Yep. Yeah. Where are they? Right? Like, where are those leads? I have this offer. It's freaking amazing. Where are the people? Because I know they need it. Yes. That's closer to you, Alex. Okay. So if these are resonating with you, then you're in the right place, because I'm going to be sharing more about the business components of a six-figure business. So comparing game is horrible headspace. Yes, you cannot compare yourself. And you know what? If you're having those thoughts that why not me? What's wrong? What am I doing wrong? Let me tell you, you're not doing anything wrong, probably. Well, it's not you. Maybe you're doing some things. It all comes back to mindset, right? You got to have that mindset. And oftentimes that's what's going wrong. But there's nothing wrong with you. There's often nothing wrong with your offer. It's just that, it's the mindset around it. It's the wording around it, the messaging, and that's what we're going to dive deeper into today. Okay. So today we're outlining some of those basics that you need for business and the fundamentals. And you're probably like, well, Chris-Anne, how do you know all this stuff? And it's because I've been in your shoes. I actually, my background is in teaching, and it just got to a point where I was feeling very unfulfilled in my work. And that's what really drove me to entrepreneurship. And I knew I was capable of more, which I'm sure many of you are like, yes, I'm capable of more. And you're realizing, like, I want to be an entrepreneur. I'm unfulfilled at my 9 to 5. And, I was there too. So, I knew also that I really was passionate about serving people and helping them just kind of build like this positivity in their life, and I want to have a positive impact on them. And I was like, okay, well, I also, I didn't realize, like, I can do what I love and also make money doing it. And that was another thing. I was like, okay, well, I have to do my 9 to 5, which I'm not passionate about. And then I have to, I get to do my passion project on the side. And that's, this business thing on the side, but I don't get to earn the same type of money or earn more money because I just had this belief, right? It goes back to mindset that was like, oh, I can't have my cake and eat it too. It's kind of the analogy, right? So that's kind of where I was. And I was at this point where I was like, okay, I need to make more money because my ex-husband didn't work, and that was a huge issue. And so it was just me on my teaching income, and it was really difficult. And so I was like, okay, I need to find something to make money. And so it started with that, and also feeling like I'm not fulfilled. I want something bigger, better, different. And so I tried like affiliate marketing for a minute. I tried blogging. And then I found coaching, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is exactly where I should be. It lights me up like nothing else. Like getting to help people and serve people is my heart. So it's like, okay, coaching, that totally makes sense. So then, of course, what I did is I hired a coach, right? That's what you do. You're like, okay, I want to be a coach. I want to grow my business. So I'm going to hire a coach to help me fast track and get me there. So I did that, and it flopped. I'm just going to be honest, it flopped. So, it really wasn't the right match. And which is a bummer because I invested a good chunk of money for someone to help me and it didn't work. And I'm curious at this point, how many of you have been there? How many of you have invested in something and you didn't see the return on that investment? You didn't get the results that were promised. You didn't get the results that you were really hoping for and wanting. Let me know in the comments if you've also invested and it's kind of flopped for you as well. I'm going to check in on this comment. Hi, Letitia's here. Hi. Hey, Star. Oh, you're adorable and awesome. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I think that's to me, but I don't get to see if there's comments and then a thread comment. So let's see. I was so good at teaching my students with mindset, but not good at teaching myself. Yes. Oh my goodness. And it's great that you say that, Tammy, because that's huge, right? It's really easy to teach someone something, but it's really hard to teach ourselves. And so I was coaching a coach the other day, and she, I just coached her on something simple. And she's like, oh my goodness, I coach my clients on this, but when it's my own problem, I need a coach to coach me on this. And I was like, exactly. That's why coaches have coaches. Like, I'm a coach and I have a coach because it's like, I need that mindset work. I need those business strategies. I need that to get to that next level that they're at. I need that to constantly reframe my mindset, right? Didn't get the results I wanted. Yep, I've invested quite a bit on coaches. I hope you've gotten a good return on that investment in coaches. So I've spent like over $10,000 on investing in programs, in courses, and coaches. And some of those gave me a good return. Some of them, not so much. With this coach, it was just lacking clarity, lacking focus. And I realized that what I realized is I needed to be coached harder, and I wasn't. And so instead of looking back at that investment and saying, I just blew a big chunk of money and what a waste, I decided I was going to take the positive approach. And I looked back at it and I said, you know what? I learned what not to do. And I learned how to be a better coach because I experienced what it was like to have a not so good coach. I knew at the end of our time together, I realized like, this is what I needed and this is what I didn't get. And because of that, I was like, this is what I'm going to give to my clients. They're going to get clarity. They're going to be coached hard. I'm not going to let them be wishy-washy. They're going to make those decisions. They're going to have their back. They're going to build that self-trust with themselves. They're going to have that accountability that they need. And we're not meeting every other week. We're meeting every single week because every other week is too far apart. So I learned a lot of what not to do and how to become a better coach and serve my clients at a higher level than what I was served at. And so sometimes we make those investments and they're not so great, but that shouldn't ever prevent you from making another investment. It just helps you learn like, okay, I need to maybe look at it a little bit better or, look at that person a little bit more before I make that decision to invest. So if you've been there, I've been there too. Let's see. Welcome to day 2. Yes. Yes. I also needed a coach to prove to myself that coaching is a thing, right? I know, like if you're a coach and you're like, oh, what is like, do people pay for coaching? Is coaching actually a thing? It's like, well, let me hire a coach and see how that works. And you learn so much from coaches, even if they're not so great. Like I just shared my story with you, even when they're not that great, you still can learn something. So you can learn how to be better. How about that? I'm just going to say there are a lot of new faces in this group, and it's grown to 1,700 members, over 1,700 members. And I'm so great to have all of you here. It's been amazing. And some of you, because you're new, you're probably like, Chris-Anne, who the heck are you? So I just want to share a little bit about who I am and what I do and how how I help my clients and my women. And so just real quick, I'm a Christian business coach, and I help women who are entrepreneurs and they're Christian. I help them grow deeper in Christ while they grow their business. So, I have these women who actually just yesterday, I had someone reach out to me in the DMs, and she was like, how did you decide that you were going to pivot to this Christian coaching and do Christian and business coaching? And I was like, well, I was laying in bed at 3 a.m. and the Lord spoke to me and was like, hey, take your business passion and your passion for your faith, put them together and go with it. And so I did. And I was like, oh my goodness. And what's crazy is when you identify the thing that you really love to do, that's when you can show up so much better and you start building those connections. Your business actually starts to grow because you figured out like, oh, this is who I actually am, and I can show up authentically and wholeheartedly, and it just takes off from there. And that's something we'll get into in a little bit. I kind of got a little ahead of myself. So anyway, so I help women just grow deep in Christ, grow their businesses, be authentically themselves, knowing their branding message, knowing their brand identity and values and mission, and helping them grow and scale and get constant leads and work their mindset. I'm strong in the mindset area as well. And the way that they work with me is either through an online course. I have my 10K months client attraction secrets live coaching program or group coaching program that starts next Wednesday. And that's another way that my clients can work with me. Also, my premium packages. So if they're like, I just want you, Chrisanne, one-on-one or very intensely or intensive, I guess, then I have the one-on-one coaching, and I also have group coaching. Okay. And it's important to understand that. And I'm sharing that with you because we're going to talk about how that's part of building that business and having those different structures and systems in place. So I'm sharing kind of mine a little bit with you. And that's something that you'll want to have in your own business. So throughout throughout my 8 years of teaching and coaching experience, I just learned like, okay, this is what you need to start your business. These are the beginning stages, the beginning steps, the foundations. And so let's talk through those together today, right now. If you're still with me, give me hearts, give me thumbs up, let me know. Let's get some energy going. I'm going to move around a bit. Okay. So keep engaging because I want to be able to put you in a drawing for Friday to say, hey, you get either a free coaching call with me or a full scholarship into my program that starts next week. So keep engaging, guys. Stay alive. We got this. Let's dig in. Okay. So what you need for your business to have a business that is going to build to a 6-figure and beyond business is you need to know your branding. Okay. You need to have a brand, and your brand needs to be aligned with your message. So if you think like, oh, a brand is just, my colors and my fonts and my logo, that's not a brand. A brand is more than that. And a brand is then once you have your brand and your brand identity, then that's how you start creating your message. And then you start attracting people based on that message because they want what you have to offer, like want your brand. And so that's the first thing. We'll dive deeper into that and help you build out your brand in my course that starts next week. That's one of the components. The next thing that you need is you need to know your niche. Now, niche, you could call it whatever you want. I'm curious, which one do you use? Half the time I will use niche. Half the time I will use niche. So drop in the comments below. Do you call it a niche, N-I-T-C-H, or do you call it a niche, N-E-E-S-H? So that's how you could spell it so that I know the difference. Because if you're all just putting, niche, like N-I-C-H-E, I'm like, well, I don't know which one, how you're pronouncing it. So let me know. Is it niche? Is it niche? For me, it changes every time. And when I want to emphasize it differently, it'll change differently again. So you need to know it. Whatever you want to call it, niche, you need to identify your niche or your niche. And it's funny, I was working with a client just the other day, and she was showing me kind of what she's got going on. And I went to her page and I was so confused. I was like, I don't even know what you're offering right now. There's so much going on here. I'm so unclear. I'm so confused. And I'm that coach who's honest. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to baby you and say, oh, it looks so good. Yeah. No, I'm going to be like, I'm confused. I don't know what you're doing. That's so confusing. And I said that to her. And I said, if I'm confused, people who come to your page are confused, and confused people don't buy. And that's why it's so important to niche down, right? To know your brand, to know your message, to know the values that your brand holds, because then you can be so clear and your people are going to know that you're talking to them. Your people are going to know that you can help them, and they can only know that if you're clear. So we got to get you clear, right? And so there is this misconception when it comes to a niche. And the misconception is that if you niche down, it's going to be equivalent to loss of opportunity. So you're like, okay, if I niche down, what about all these people, right? I'm losing out on all these people. And that's a misconception, because like I said, this person was so broad. This client I was working with, she had all these different things. She's like, why? I've been asked to do all these things, or I've been asked about these things, or I like all these things, or whatever. But it's like, but that's confusing. And you're just sending people away because people are like, I'm confused. Bye. I'm off this page, right? Whereas if she niched down, and you niched down, then you are like, okay, people know exactly what you do. And they're like right away, oh, she does this. Okay, she can help me. Oh, she does this. Okay, it's not for me, right? So not niching down is actually going to give you a lot of mind drama, which is going to result in loss of opportunity and loss of sales and loss of clients and customers and whatever you call them, students. So you want to niche down. When you niche, you grow. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, because you're like, well, if I'm niching down, that's kind of like getting smaller. How can I grow? Because you have a clear message and people actually know what the heck you do. That's how you're going to grow. Oh, that's me. I love this. Okay, I'm glad you're loving this. Niche, niche, niche. Yep. I know we say it differently and it doesn't matter. Just you got to know it, right? Awesome. So yeah, it doesn't limit you. It's the best. You're so right, Alex. It doesn't. Like, you think it's going to limit you, but it doesn't. It's when you're too broad that it limits you. If you're just like, I'm a coach, someone's going to be like, okay, well, what do you coach? What can you specifically help me with? Okay, you're a coach. Okay, are you a general life coach, so you can help me with my whole life? Are you a business coach? Are you a video coach? Are you an email coach? I'm just listing types of coaches that I've invested in. So you want to be more specific, right? And so, and that's where, like, I recently niched down to the Christian entrepreneurs, right? I was like, okay, I don't just want to help any woman. I want to help Christian women. And what's great about that is it's like, oh, now I can speak freely and I don't have to hold back a part of who I am. I can just show up authentically in all of who I am, because I decided that my niche was all of who I am. I'm a business coach and I'm a Christian. It's all of who I am. So an easy way to niche down or pick your niche, if you're like, I don't know how to, is to figure out what your passion is and pair it with your purpose. So if so whatever you're passionate about, so what lights you up, right? For me, I'm like, well, my faith lights me up. My business lights me up. These two things light me up, and together it's just more light. So I'm like, okay, great, let's do this. And then your purpose. So what are you good at, or what do you feel called to? Because oftentimes that's also what you're going to be passionate about doing. Okay, so you pair those together and then you come up with this niche that you have. Maybe it's like, oh, I'm passionate about helping moms. Okay, how do you want to help them? So I help moms. What? How do you help them? So that's when we're going to transition right now into your niche statement or your niche statement. Okay, so if you have your I help statement, go ahead and drop it in the comments. I'd love to read through them and help you even get maybe a little bit clearer if they're not very clear. So drop those. It's kind of going to be a little bit of a back and forth, kind of a workshop type style. If you guys drop it in and you share your I help statement. So if you're like, I don't know my I help statement, you simply just structure it like this. You say, I help your ideal client. So I help Christian women entrepreneurs. Maybe it's I help single moms who were recently divorced. That came to mind because I am one. Or I help single men. I don't think anyone in here would, but maybe you do, right? So I help. Be as specific as you can. Don't just say moms. What kind of moms? Do they have toddlers? Are they moms who have businesses? Are they moms who also work? Are they like, be as specific as you can. Don't be too broad. Don't be like, oh, I help women. That's too broad. What kind of women? What do they do? What are some features about them? Okay. Let's see. I help Christian, aspiring, newbie, and struggling virtual assistants to grow their business and pursue additional income streams. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So I would, my recommendation for that is to try and shrink it down a bit. So you want it like 10 words. Okay. That was a mouthful as I was saying it. Now it's very clear, but we want to be clear and we want to be succinct. Okay. So keep putting them in there. I help younger mothers. Okay. So that's the first part of the statement. Let me finish this last part and I'll keep looking at the comments and keep giving more feedback. So I help whomever do, be, have, build, create, grow, whatever your verb is. I help them do this, or I help them be this, or I help them have this. I help them grow, whatever your verb is. I help these people do, be, have this, whatever this is. Like I help postpartum moms lose 10 pounds by doing this thing, by eating healthier or something. So your I help statement, I help these people do this by doing this. And you don't, sometimes like I don't have a by. So mine is I help Christian women entrepreneurs grow deeper in Christ while growing their business. I don't have a by line after that, by doing this. But I easily could. I could just kind of shift it. Kind of be like, oh, by showing up authentically, or by showing up on video, or by building foundations of their business, or by whatever, right? So I'm seeing more pop up. Let's see. I'm not sure yet. I help teachers/coaches who support teachers. Okay, so you're a coach for coaches who coach teachers. That's what I'm understanding. So what do you help them do? So get into that more. So I help coaches for teachers. Do, be, have what? What do you help them with? I'm a cosmetologist. I help people feel beautiful and confident. I love it. And is it any people as a cosmetologist? Is it women? Is it specific people? Is it moms? Is it teachers? Is it old, young, middle age, everyone? I'm a health and wellness coach who helps people with their health and wellness goals. Okay, so you said health and wellness twice. Let's try and use some different words. So I'm a health and wellness coach who helps people, just all people, it wants to be all people, with their health and wellness goals. So be more specific. What is something specific that you find yourself helping these people with over and over again? Or what is something that you have done for yourself in your own life that you can help people with? You're like, I'm a health and wellness coach and I help people lose that first 10 pounds or that last 10 pounds, or I help them write a diet plan that aligns with their blood type or something. Like, be specific. How can you specifically help them? Because then they're going to know, like, okay, yeah, that's what I need. I want those 10 pounds gone, or I want that body, or I want that, yeah, I like build muscle or tone, or I want to be on that diet, but I need a coach to keep me accountable to it. So keto or vegan or whatever. Okay, so try to be more specific. Let's see, I'm scrolling up. So I have Christian aspiring, newbie, and struggling virtual assistants. So Alyssa, you could even say I help struggling Christian, or let's see, I help Christian virtual assistants grow their business and pursue additional income streams. So you don't even have to say all the aspiring and newbie, because aspiring and newbie are pretty much the same, right? If you're aspiring to be, then you're not quite there. You are new. So that might be a little redundant. And I mean, if they're looking for a coach, they're struggling. So we don't always have to put struggling, because that's kind of a given. Like, if they're looking for a coach, they're struggling. They're like, okay, I have this struggle. So you might not even have to pinpoint that. Okay, let me see. I'm not sure yet. Okay, I'm a cosmetologist. Awesome. Health. I help people's ideas come to life as decor and gifts. Okay, so any people. And what ideas? Like, okay, I help people's ideas come to life as decor and gifts. So that might be a little vague still. So give me more. I help people's ideas come to life. So I'm confused. So I'm just going to be honest. I'm like, I don't know what that really means. Can you make it more clear so that I understand? And then I know if that's for me or not. Okay. Joining you all more after work to watch the complete replay. Bye. Have fun at work. And yes, watch the replay. I help startup mompreneurs create social media visuals that communicate their ideas, that inspire, educate, and captivate audiences. Whew, okay, again, a mouthful. Let's see if we can make it more succinct, but say exactly what you do. I know that seems like a lot. I'm like, do all this, but this big. So I help. You can, I mean, you can say startup mompreneurs, or you can just say I help mompreneurs create social media visuals. Maybe I help mompreneurs with their social media by communicating their ideas that inspire, educate, and captivate audience, or even captivate audience, because they're like, okay, yeah, I can inspire and educate, but I need to captivate them, because captivation is like engagement, right? So maybe just picking one of those words, that might be a good way to go. Let's see. Okay, I help Christian lady leaders, love the alliteration, gain clarity and confidence by discovering their authentic identity and purpose. Okay, so here's another thing that just came up to my mind when I read that. You want it to be so clear. You want to be using the words that they're using. So they might be like, they might not be using like, oh, I need to find my authentic identity, right? I don't know anyone who would be Googling that. Like, oh, what's my authentic identity? How do I find my authentic identity? So if you're like, maybe I want them to gain clarity and confidence in their own skin. Like that's something like, okay, I know I'm not confident in my own skin. I'm not confident in myself. Like that's something that might resonate more with someone. And also when you're doing these, like you can market research them, test them, put them in the group and say, here's my niche statement. Is it clear? And I can give you feedback. Other people can give you feedback. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So I'm going to read in. I help Christian lady leaders gain clarity and confidence by discovering their authentic identity and purpose. So again, so lady leaders. So I know they're women and they're leaders. What type of leaders are they? I'm curious. Is it like leaders in entrepreneurship, leaders in the church, women who just find themselves to be leaders? So let's see. I hope this is like beneficial. Like I'm just like, I really want you to just dig deep into these people that you help and get as clear as you can. Everyone is a survivor in some type of trauma. Many think, oh, I just typed, oops. Oh, I put it on the screen. Look at that. I didn't realize I could do that. Everyone is a survivor in some type of trauma. Many think they're pivoted from COVID only to plateau again. Many don't know how to streamline their systems for maximum results. Still too broad, too narrow. They have achieved some degree. So I think you're commenting on the fact that we need to be not so broad. We need to narrow in, niche down. We're concisely attracting this group of Facebook challenge. Yeah, for Facebook. Yes. Let's see. I help. Oh, everyone. Okay. So you're commenting back to say I help everyone. I help professional women flourish at work while winning at home. Awesome. I mean, I think that's clear. So like women who work in like maybe higher up positions, work for big companies, professional women flourish at work while winning at home. That to me is clear. I like that. I help aspiring entrepreneurs or small business owners to launch their beta group in 4 weeks. So yeah, I mean, that's clear exactly what you do. I help aspiring entrepreneurs. I would say aspiring entrepreneurs and small business owners. I wouldn't say or, I would just say and, because you help them both. You don't do, it's not just like one or the other. And who knows, I may choose you, I may not, because I might be helping aspiring entrepreneurs today, or I might be helping small business owners today. So just change, I would just change that to and, or you can just stick to one of them if you want to. Moms, okay, yep, make it more clear. I help and put the moms in it. Let's see, okay, tag people, let's see. I help, okay, awesome. I'm seeing them, We have to speak in our client language. That's hard sometimes. Yes, it is hard to speak in our client's language sometimes because like once you start growing, you kind of forget that language in the beginning, right? Because if you're here and you're trying to teach all those people that are back here and you're trying to bring them to that level as you still continue to level up, right? So you're speaking a new language after you've learned all that stuff, learned all the knowledge that you're going to teach them. So you have to bring yourself back to that beginning phase where you're like, okay, what were those thoughts I was thinking? What were those things I was saying? What was I Googling at night? What was I laying in bed, like just thinking in my head at night? Those are the things you want to go back to. You need to use that language so that they know like, oh, that's me. And the key here is getting in the heads of your client. You want them nodding their heads when they're reading your copy or reading your sales page, reading your emails, whatever it is, watching your live. You want them shaking their head. Yes, like this person knows exactly what I'm going through, because then they're going to say, yes, I need to give you my money and invest in you and what you have to offer because you can help me, because you understand me, right? That's what you want to produce. Yep. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm happy to help. Awesome. Okay. I help people who want a healthier lifestyle with vegan organic products realize their goals. Okay. So you're helping them realize their goals. You're helping them set goals. You're helping them achieve their goals. You help people, I would say, who want, I mean, you could keep it whom, I don't know what's correct there, but I help people who want a healthier lifestyle with vegan organic products realize their goals. I don't know if that's very clear. I'd be like, you're helping me realize my goals. I want a health. Yeah, I help people who want a healthier lifestyle. Maybe a healthier lifestyle. Like start using, or I don't know. I'll think about it and get back to you. I can comment later. Can we go into the group and comment and get support after some brainstorming? Absolutely, yes. I turned off comments for right now because I want people to be here, or posting for right now, not comments, but posting. I turned off because I want people to be here. But yes, if you walk away from this training, you think about it, you're like, oh, maybe this. Type it in there. Say, you do use the hashtag niche or hashtag niche statement. Hashtag niche statement, whatever. And then type it in there and I'll give you feedback, and others are welcome to give you feedback as well. Because I know there are a lot of women in this group who also have great ideas and great feedback too. So yes, feel free to do that. Yes, I corrected the and or. Perfect. Love it. We'll watch the replay. It's midnight in London. Oh, sleep well. Set and achieve goals. Okay, so that's realize their goals. Oh, set and achieve goals. Okay, so I help people who want a healthier lifestyle with vegan organic products set and achieve goals. I think that's a lot more clear, because I was really confused. Like, you're just helping them realize their goals. Like that was unclear. So I think that makes it clearer. You're welcome. So good to have you guys. Yeah, always come back and watch the replay if you can't make it all. So, okay, I hope that time was very helpful and beneficial for you. If you are watching the replay, still type in your statement. I will come back and look at the comments, and let's see. I help teachers and coaches to develop resources to grow their business. Okay. Do teachers have a business though? So that's where I'm like, so as a teacher, if I put my teacher hat on, I'd be like, I help teachers develop resources to grow their business. I'd be like, well, I don't have a business. I'm a teacher. So a little bit more clarity in that, just tweak it a little bit. You can say I help coaches of teachers, or teacher coaches, or I don't know, that might be a little too hard for our brains to process it easily if we see it. I help coaches of educators, maybe. So use the word educators, that might be helpful. Okay, so if this has been helpful and beneficial for you, give me those hearts. Let me know that you're like liking this and this is helpful for you. I'm like I'm just coaching you here, guys. I'm just trying to help you. Yep. Oh, yep. I know Teachers Pay Teachers. I have sold on Teachers Pay Teachers. I have products on there. Yep. Yeah. So just make that clear. If that's what you help them do, they build on that platform. Maybe you help teachers realize that they can sell their products, and that's, through that medium. And so it just needs to be a little bit clearer in your I help statement. And I'll be thinking about some ideas and maybe, and then share them with you, Tammy, as they come to mind. So, okay. So we really went into niche. So we talked we said you need to have branding. Your brand needs to be clear so that your messaging is aligned with your brand. You need to find your niche. You need to have your I help statement. And let me make sure I said all the things that I've gone over so far. Yep, knowing your niche, your brand. And okay, the third thing, you want to have a clear offer. So we just went over clarity in our niche and clarity in our niche statement. We want to also have a clear offer. So once you're like, okay, I know exactly who I help, this makes so much sense, then you're like, okay, well, what am I offering them? And I mean, and it kind of piggybacks on it, right? So you want to have a clear offer. And I can't help you with that today, but I can help you in the live course that starts next week. And so we're going to dive deep into creating your offer and knowing what your offer is and having a very clear message around your offer so that then you can launch that offer, which is the 4th week of actually my course next week, my program, my 10K months client attraction secrets that launches next Wednesday is the first day, but you can get in there today. That 4th week is all about launching that offer. So we build your brand. I help you build that community up. I help you create your offer and the pricing and in all of these, it's going to be a lot of mindset too, right? And then that last week is really around like, how do you launch this thing now? Okay. And that leads to the 4th thing, knowing your pricing, which we talked about in yesterday's live a little bit. Alyssa brought up the question, like, I'm just struggling with my pricing and my mindset around pricing. And so we go into that more of like, okay, what is your pricing going to look like and what feels good to you? And doing a lot of the mindset work around that so that you feel good and you feel solid and you're like, okay, I have that. I have my pricing ready. I know my offer. And then it's just, getting ready to launch. The next thing that you need for building that 6-figure business, another foundation is a value ladder. And that's what I kind of talked about, like the different ways that people can work with me is kind of a lower ticket offer, a medium ticket offer, and then like a higher premium ticket offer. And that's a value ladder. I guess I could have gone this way. A value ladder. So you have so I guess in like teaching, you have to, when you teach your lessons, you want to make sure that there are entry points into the lesson. So you want to make sure that there are concepts that are easy, concepts that are a little bit harder, and then concepts that are more advanced. That way all students have access to the lesson and they have an entry point into it. And so in the same way, when you're building your business, you want people at all levels who come in contact with you to have different entry points. So if they're more comfortable with like maybe your freebie, right? That's why you have freebie oftentimes. You're like, okay, I want someone to like dip their toe in and get to know me a little bit. And then there are people who are like, okay, I really like what you do. I want to invest a little bit more. And so you have this next offer. And then there are people who are like, I flat out love you. I need all of you. I want more impact. I want a higher level. And that's where it's like, okay, one-on-one coaching with me or my group program. Right. And so you want to be building that value ladder so that people get into your value ladder. They start learning from you. They start knowing, liking, trust you, know the value that you offer them. And then they're like, okay, I want the next thing. Okay, I want the next thing. Okay, I want the next thing. And you're moving them up that ladder. Okay, so that's the next thing for the foundations of your business is having that value ladder. Okay. And don't get overwhelmed if you're like, oh my goodness, that was so many things. I don't have all those things. I don't even have my offer. I don't even know my niche. Don't worry. Next week, I'll help you through all that. If you jump into the course, I'm there. It's going to be live. So it's going to be like this, interactive. It's not just, oh, bye, go into that course and watch those videos and see you later, never talk to you again. It's like, no, we are together. We are working on it. There's questions. There's question answered. There are 2 live coaching calls after the fact to make sure you have all your questions answered. There's the Facebook group where you get even more support. Like I'm supporting you guys to building this, to having these solid foundations and launching it. Okay. So, and you can find that at chrisannenicole.com. You're like, okay, Chrisanne, you've talked about this offer. Where can I get on that? Where can I sign up today? And it's my name, chrisannenicole.com. So that's going to be 3 N's and you see my name on the screen. So it's like that, KRISANNNICOLE.com. And you'll be able to find it. I'll drop the link or someone can drop the link in the comments for you guys so that you can access it there and see more about that. But so, it's all good and fine that you build these foundations of your business, but then it's like, okay, I know my branding and I know my message, I know my niche, I know my offer, and I have my pricing down. But it's like, if there's nobody there and you don't have a tribe or a community built, then you're like, I just like closed my doors. I was in my my business, and I was making sure everything was all set up and everything was perfect and pretty and everything was placed as well as it needed to be placed. And okay, I'm ready. I'm all set up. And you open the doors and nobody's there because you didn't get people there first, right? And so another aspect that I'm going to teach you is how to build your community and build your tribe, so that when you have this offer, it's just like there are people there. Those leads are there ready to buy from you. Okay, so just like you see, and like I told you, I built my community to over 1,700 members in less like 30 days or less. So those are things I'm going to help you do and teach you the strategies behind that in the live course next week. This has been awesome and a lot, and I've loved it. Thank you all for being here. Let's see, thank you. Yep, here it is. Thank you for dropping that link in there with the 3 N's. Perfect. The picture is becoming more clear. Good. I'm glad that you're like seeing, you're like, oh, okay, I get it. Awesome. I help make your ideas come to life as home decor or gifts with wood, vinyl, paint, etc. Yeah, it might have been someone. Okay, I help make your ideas come to more niche statements. So after this, I'll be sure to go back in there and look through the comments and make sure that I am giving you feedback on your I help statements, because those are so important to really nail down. And if you're watching the replay, still type in your I help statements, because I can come back and I can see those and I can help you just get more clear, or tell you like, I'm confused, right? I'm going to be that coach that coaches hard. I'm going to be that coach that says it like it is. And if I'm confused, everybody else is confused, and we need to get clarity. I'm not going to let you walk away being like, oh, well, it was good. And I'm like over here like, that was not good. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you in a loving way, and then I'm going to help you. I'm not just going to be like, oh, that sucks. Figure it out. I'm going to say, okay, that was unclear. Let me help you get clear. Okay. I don't just say, good luck. I coach you. Okay. All right. So, this has been good. This has been awesome. So hit those hearts. Give me a fire emoji if you've just been like, this has been so great. This has been on fire today. I'm totally learning a lot. Yeah. So also, let's see, I'm looking at the comments. Your vibe attracts your tribe. I need tough love. Yes. And I am a tough love coach. I'm going to be like, no. When it comes to your thoughts, when it comes to what you're trying to do in your business, I'm going to be like, I don't know about that. And I've had to do that. I have clients right now. I have a client, and she's just like, I had a tough love conversation with her just the other day. And she was like, oh, but I committed 1 year to doing this and trying to make it grow. And I was like, do you love it? And she's like, well, I love the idea of this, that, and the other. I said, but do you love it? And she's like, well, da, da, da. And we broke it down to like the someone else's thoughts and opinions were in her head. And that's why she was trying to continue to stick to it. And she was not believing about herself that she stuck to things. And I said, well, have you stuck to this other thing? Have you stuck to your music? And she's like, yeah, my entire life. I said, well, it sounds to me like you stick to things. So like, I'm going to coach hard. I coach you hard. And I just want you to know that you can come here and I'm going to lovingly kick you in the behind, get you moving. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Yep, there's my link. Sweet. Okay. So yeah. So just type a heck yes if you want accountability to build an amazing brand, build out your offer and your tribe, and launch it. So heck yes in the comments if you're like, I'm so ready for this. This is what I need. I need that hand holding. I need that accountability. I need that step-by-step. Heck yes in the comments. Okay. And you know what? Smash those hearts. So click on those hearts, give me some hearts if you are done making the excuses and you're ready to start taking action. So if you're like, okay, and here's the thing, if you're not willing to take action by smashing those hearts, like that's the easiest action to take right now, to commit to taking action. You're like, okay, my first action is smashing those hearts and saying, yep, I'm committed to taking action, right? It's the craziest thing. So heck yes, awesome, I love it. And here's another thing. You need to set the intention to show up for yourself and show up every day. And that can start with showing up for these live videos. I know this is the second day and we only have tomorrow, but showing up tomorrow is just showing yourself like, okay, I'm committed. I am committed to something. And if I could be committed to something, I could be committed to my business. And that's another aspect of building that six-figure business, that six-figure self and mindset is saying, I'm committed. I'm going to show up. I'm committed. I'm going to invest what I need to invest. I'm committed. I'm going to find I'm going to do whatever it takes, right? So if you're watching this on the replay, you can go back and watch the first video and show up for yourself. You're watching this on replay. I'm amazing. You're showing up for yourself day 2, and be sure to show up day 3 tomorrow on the live if you can. I know some of you, it's midnight, and some of you are even still here. You're like, oh my goodness, it was midnight or 11 o'clock at night, and I'm still like, I'm on here. That's amazing. That's commitment. That shows that you're ready. You're there. You just need a little bit more. You just need that push. You just need that motivation. You just need that accountability to get you to that next level. And that next level you is that six-figure you. And that's where I want to help you get. Hearts don't show up on the screen. Oh, that's weird. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm not getting so many hearts, because they're not available. That's a bummer. Maybe it's because I'm doing it through StreamYard. Who knows? I'll have to figure that out. Okay, well, you could type heart emojis in the comments. How about that? That'll work. So day 3, tomorrow at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time in this group, we are going to talk all about taking action like a six-figure earner. Okay, because it's fine to be like, okay, I got the mindset. It's fine to say, okay, I'm understanding these business fundamentals. But if you're not taking action, what's the point, right? It's like, I'm just going to go back and read that book again and again and again and again. But if you're not applying anything that you're learning, you ain't going to get anywhere, right? You're like, oh, I need to go to the store. But if you don't get up and grab your keys and walk to the car and drive yourself there, you ain't going to get there, right? You got to take action. So we're going to talk about what that looks like. Awesome. I'm seeing the hearts now. Yeah. I don't know why it's so weird that you can't do the hearts through this. So anyway, do you have any questions on these last few minutes? If you have any questions from today about business basics, anything, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I'm going to leave these few minutes for that. If you're excited and ready to just jump into the program, go ahead and hop on over to KrisAnneNicole.com. That's 3 N's, and sign up for the program. You can learn more about what is specifically we'll be going through, what the dates and times are for those lives. There's also replays. If you're like, these times don't work for me, there are replays for them, so you'll have access to them. You have full access for life. Action, yes, taking action, awesome. And you know what? If you sign up today, you will have unlimited access to me through Facebook Messenger. So that's a gift I'm going to give today. For anyone who signs up today, you will have limited access to me through Facebook Messenger during the duration of the program. So if you're like, I have specific questions, you can reach out to me personally through Facebook Messenger, and you'll be priority because you purchased today. So make sure you hop over there, see what it's all about. If you have extra questions, come back, talk to me. But if you sign up today, I'll be keeping track of who signs up today, and I will be offering you that additional support. Okay. So let's see. I'm not seeing any questions. Feel free after the live, if you come back and you're like, I have a question, go ahead or tag me in a post and ask your questions. I'm happy to answer them. I'm here for you guys. This has been amazing. Thank you for being here. It's been awesome. I'm excited to see you all tomorrow. Again, if you are catching the replay, just type #replay. That way I know you were able to watch the video and gain the value from it. And I will be back tomorrow for day 3, taking action like a six-figure earner. And in the meantime, go to KrisAnneNicole.com and check out the program. It's starting next Wednesday is the first live. Okay. All right. So I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Okay. Bye, guys.